Affirmations. If I am neither here nor there, I am now. I am that I am. I no longer waste my time and energy thinking about the past or the future. In every now moment, I have the power to start over. Today is my first step towards a new way of thinking and speaking. I set healthy boundaries from a balanced state of equanimity. I am a gift to the future because here, in my awakened state, I set my intention to transmute anything from negative to positive. And since I have the power to change anything from negative to positive, the present becomes a gift to the future. I rest assured that even though I may not see the manifestation of my visions and dreams right away, because the seed has already been planted and is growing deep roots from within, it will eventually bloom to be seen in the physical without. I have the power of intervention too, by a change of perception, with patience, trust, and belief, alter the course of events that change the past and the future. As I create my best life now, the present and the future become a gift to me from the past. When I am fully in the present, I am at 0 point to transform both the past and the future to begin anew in the here and now. I am now the person I am meant to be. I know who I am. I just need to be reminded. To change the trajectory of my life, I think and feel differently about any situation, person, place, or thing to transform the past and the future to heal, to balance, and to harmonize the present. As I believe what I visualize becomes what I believe. So where I am visually, I shall be in the flesh also. Because of my new awakened reality, I and everything around me, despite of myself and everything around me, are aligned with and moving in the direction where I am consciously dwelling. As I feel that which I am meant to be, I silence myself into experiencing the reality of who I already am. I feel it in every part of my life until circumstances strike a pose to influence or form the world around me accordingly and in harmony with itself. Unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to those around me, I am always being held and carried by my noble dreams and desires. Nothing, if I do not worry about how or when it will happen, can stop my beautiful dreams or desires from happening. In my daydreams, I envision many mansions, and since I have gone to prepare a place for myself, I come back into this physical reality to magnetize and pick up for myself and everything and anything that aids in the manifestation of those daydreams. I no longer worry about how or when what I desire to be, will happen, because I know that what I have desired already is. I renunciate to the foolish ideas, assumptions, or pretentious need that I must acquire the assistance of a particular system formally programmed into my mind by an imposed condition or erroneous belief to manifest what I desire. If at any given moment I give in to or entertain an erroneous perceived idea or system as the one and only option to manifest what I've visualized, I can, by a change of perception, think and feel differently about my current circumstances to bring balance and harmony into the present. Whenever I feel an emotion, energy in motion, it determines the vibration of a particular manifestation into motion. So what I feel to be true is true. If I am wealthy, unless I feel wealthy, I am not wealthy. The more I feel my way into the direction of who I truly am and who I want to become, the healthier I feel. The healthier I feel, the more I behold who I truly am or who I want to become. The worse I feel after an emotion or a repeated thought pattern, the more I am leading into the opposite direction of who I truly am or who I want to become. So as I become more aware of who I am, a particular vibration that leads to a particular manifestation is birthed within me or through me from my heart center to be embodied and expressed across time and all applicable spaces. The more I learn about my own individual blueprint, the more I understand myself. The more I understand myself, the more I receive intuitive downloads to become more of who I truly am. The moment I become aware of who I am not is the moment I become aware of who I am. Feeling is the evidence, the substance, physical manifestation of the things I've desired not yet seen. For this reason, I no longer concern myself with the hows, the ways, or the means needed to move me from one place in time into another. Because no matter where I am or what my current circumstances appear to be, what has already been prepared and what already exists, silently and effortlessly influences my life's experiences to bring into existence all things that are not as though they were. All I need is trust, acceptance, and silence. As I am moved, all things outside the range of the present senses or past limitations function accordingly so that what is not is. What is so obvious that neither I nor anything around me can continue to exist within the range of a past, present, or future assumption and limitation that does not align with the frequency or reality already affirmed, established, and embodied from within. I now step into the beginning of being my truest self in love, in relationships, in career, and in my creative pursuits. Effortlessly, all things fall into place for my good. The odds are always in my favor. Since I know who I am, I no longer claim anything to be true of myself that does not align with who I am. Who I am and what I do are one. I am the landlord, not the tenant of my mind. My perception of who I am is never less than who I am. With a heart of love and compassion, I no longer allow the suggestions, beliefs, and opinions of another or a former system to dominate or influence what I know is right for me and my path. By my own belief, validation, and spoken affirmations, I already am that which I am meant to be. If I fail to acknowledge this truth, I sin against myself by assuming that I am who I am through another's validation. I affirm daily, through the embodiment of who I am, that others see me as I desire to be and not as I was. In order for me to be who I already am, I can no longer feel as though I were before. My mindset matters, because what I set my mind to sets what is in my mind into matter. As I pray, I believe and feel my visualization into manifestation. Like a flint and steel that kindles a flame in my heart, each affirmation sparks a way into quintessential freedom. All creative and noble affirmations about myself enable higher levels of manifestations to manifest themselves. Today, I see, hear, feel, taste, and smell things in a new way. This is a sweet life. Since there is only one cause and one effect, waiting is my dedication to the completion of my manifestation. It is done. This is my aha moment. I release all limiting mindsets that restrict me from being who I already am. Because I am sealed into the belief and feeling that I already am who I am and already have what I desire, the invisible state affirmed and felt is magically made visible. I am change. Change happens without when I change how I identify with and define people, places, or things within, so that what I identify with and accept within, I collaborate with and express without. Today, I define myself differently. Today, I define this person differently. Today, I define others differently. Today, I define this situation differently. Today, I define the world differently. My true purpose in life is to be the truest embodiment of myself via the physical expression of my own individual unique blueprint. I ignore any suggestions that something has power in and of itself, for it is I, by way of perception, who gives it power. I reclaim my power within by realizing that I have unconsciously given power to an idea, a person, place, or thing that makes it appear as though it needs to be opposed. So, the only thing I need to conquer is the belief that I need to conquer anything at all. For this reason, I am not limited by anything unless I believe that it has power over me or power to decide how I feel. I honor my inner peace and my inner knowing by detaching from the need to gravitate towards the dominating influences of push and pull, trying to persuade me into a direction of resistance. Because I get more of what I am aware of as I repeatedly give attention to, express gratitude for, and or exalt or praise it with feeling, I no longer give my attention to or from any opposing power, because doing so will amplify or cause me to spiral downward to operate at or below its negative level of effects. Hence, I quote and unquote save humanity by transforming my own individual consciousness. As I align myself with an inner state of balance from within, it changes the way I relate to or perceive people, places, and things. This reset holds a potential to restore, harmonize, and heal the collective consciousness being projected without. It only takes one drop to cause that ripple effect. So when my inner self reaches a balanced state of equanimity, rather than worrying about how to obtain certain things, I feel inspired to just be myself in all that I do. And I stay true to who I really am, while everything needed to attain my goals or dreams fall into place nicely or magnetizes together naturally. It does not matter how many different types of spiritual modalities, practices, tools, or resources I use to nurture myself. If I am not fully devoted to or aware of the importance of God's pure unconditioned light within me, all expectations placed upon the applicable services or deeds are null, and the gifts or services will have been fruitlessly rendered. For this reason, I place my emphasis on cultivating the gift of awareness and not the tangible gifts or services themselves through active meditation by finding a place of peace and stillness within my I amness. Since I acknowledge and accept all of creation's gifts within admiration and a deep sense of gratitude, I embrace all of creation and everything on earth as a gift for me to enjoy. As a creator of my own reality, I acknowledge and identify more with my divine heritage and all of the noble riches around me. I am affluent in love, ideas, joy, peace, beauty, vitality, friendships, compassion, beautiful experiences, wisdom, infinite or everlasting abundance, knowledge, inspiration, and so much more. Whenever I am exposed to something negative, I have the power to transmute how I am conditioned by it. I lift the sins, dense sensations of humanity, by transmuting the conditions I have unconsciously defined or accepted them to be. I have the power to transmute any destructive idea. I can transform any situation from the inside out. Every circumstance is like a lump of clay. I can reshape it. When I place my attention onto something, it activates an inner sensation that animates either a wanted or an unwanted outcome. Therefore, I always have the inner choice to no longer quote unquote trap myself in an unwanted situation via an unwanted thought. It is my inner perception of feeling stuck that keeps me stuck. Therefore, in essence, I am never really stuck because freedom is what I feel within and not what I see without. Today, I choose to rise above any perceived conditions, limitations, restrictions, or oppositions. Today, I choose my attention wisely to transform how I identify with and define myself, how I identify with and define others, and how I identify with and define the world. What I repeat in my mind, I breathe life into and keep it alive. Since I choose to be aware of only what's good, all that I choose to be aware of is mine to enjoy, to embrace, and to appreciate. I notice and acknowledge my surroundings. I feel an enormous appreciation for the universe within and without, and all the physical forms around me, such as people, the sound of nature, music, animals, flowers, free resources or tools, innovative modern gadgets, and so much more. This acknowledgement and deep sense of gratitude is proof of how rich I really am. I appropriate in my world what already is. I walk in that assumption which appears as not because it already is. Everything around me reshapes itself naturally. I solidify my affirmation by feeling it into being. Unexpectedly, in a way that I do not know or anyone knows, my affirmations become alive in my physical world. I fully transform an idea, a person, place, or thing by purifying my own consciousness in relation to an idea, person, place, or thing. Even if something or someone appears to be a certain way, I can start right now by redefining it or the person differently, and by identifying with it or the person with something new. The desire for who I want to be and what I want to have is the evidence of what I do not see with physical eyes. I am already that which I seek, and I have no one to change but myself in order to express it. When I choose to have a positive concept of myself, it molds my world in harmony with itself. Therefore, others do not choose me, I choose them. In this way, I have the power to magnetize the appropriate people and things to me. For this reason, I am consciously aware of the situations, people, or things I magnetize towards me. I always have been and already am that which I seek, so that what I desire, I already have. Therefore, I do not chase, I magnetize. The only reason I seek what I desire is because I already found it in the form of the desire itself. I walk in the belief that I already am who I am meant to be, and that I already have what I desire. I emotionally awaken myself to bring my ideas and desires into fruition. All forces and dynamics of heaven and earth collaborate to bring into fruition what I envision without. I am divinely protected by this wonderful catch-22. The more aware or centered I become, the more balance happens within to restore, stabilize, or bring things harmoniously together without. So if I ever forget about who I am, or the seeds already planted, things come together externally to remind me of the previous investment made internally, and it recalibrates everything within to be fully expressed or embodied without. I dedicate my time, energy, and attention to only those qualities, attributes, or things related to what I would like to experience. Living in the here and now is like quote unquote speeding up or quote unquote teleporting the manifestation of my daydreams from one place in time into another for me to enjoy or to bring into alignment those divine wonderful experiences that satisfy the five physical senses. I no longer walk through the graveyard of my own self-imposed limitations or self-sabotage thinking. I quietly awaken to and affirm my desire no matter how many doubts or unsettling thoughts try to creep in. I no longer concern myself with the how or when of the physical manifestation of my daydreams or desires, because who I am or what I have there already is here. Here just has to catch up with there. Yes, it is true. I already have what I am meant to have.